we are here with my two colleagues from the Specialized Financing Directorate. We are representing OTP in this very interesting conference today. We have, I think, 20 plus couple of minutes, so we have to be super efficient because we all have our own topics regarding OTP and OTP group. I would start with a little bit broader scope about our banking group for you to see our potential in the Central and Eastern European region. What is very interesting regarding OTP and OTP group is that this is the only international banking group which has an operations center here in Hungary. So the group is managed by OTP HQ Budapest. We are currently presented in 11 countries. You see a couple of numbers regarding our activities, assets, capitalization, profit, and other quite significant numbers regarding our banking group. What is very important regarding OTP is that, as you can see on the map, it's very clear that we have a really strong regional focus. So all those 11 countries in which OTP group operates are located in Central and Eastern Europe. We have a very strong regional focus. This is, if I may refer, so this is our home market. These are the countries which we know. These are the countries with which we share maybe the same history in the past. So these are those markets in which OTP operates with a really good potential. And also, it's not only a thing for OTP. We have chosen those countries in which there is a huge economic growth potential. So if you would compare the growth potential figures in these countries, I'm pretty sure you would see a lot better figures than those in Western Europe. I have mentioned that we have activities in 11 countries. This is together with Hungary. However, they are between 10 and 20 banks which are currently monitored by our acquisition colleagues. So we still see a room to maneuver and a room to grow in the region. You might heard in our last couple of days that OTP signed a memorandum for the acquisition of a bank in Uzbekistan, which is a very challenging task for us, or will be a very challenging task. Because of the distance and because of the fact that we will be the first Western European bank in the market. Also, there is an ongoing acquisition in Slovenia, which will make us able to acquire Nova Banka in the country. We are in the period of waiting for the permits to arrive and to move to the next phase of the acquisition. In the slide, you see the two major phases in our history, in our growth. We started in 2002 with the acquisition of our subsidiary in Slovakia, which was the only bank which was sold by OTP 2020. So it was the only bank which was sold by OTP. According to the management, it was a message sent to the shareholders that OTP can also sell banks, not only buy banks in the market. We have an excellent cooperation with Société Générale. You see on the right side of the slide that we acquired quite a number of banks from Société Générale Group. And these are a very good banks in our portfolio. So we value them very much, and also according to this acquisition, we were able to step into new markets, for example, Albania or Moldova, and also we were able to grow in other countries where we were already there, but the acquisition and the merger of the Société Générale banks was a very good give us a good potential to grow in the given country. That was the case, for example, in Bulgaria or in Serbia. You will see in the presentation again some figures. It is very important to see that now the total assets of our banking group are coming more than 50% from our subsidiaries, which is the same case regarding of our profitability. So the profit of OTP Group comes now in a larger part from our subsidiaries than from OTP Core. Just a couple of thoughts regarding our market position. According to different corporate segments, we are market leaders in Hungary, in Bulgaria, in Serbia. We merged 3 banks there, so it was quite a challenge. And we are market leaders in Montenegro, and we will be hopefully market leaders in Slovenia following the final acquisition of Nova Banka and the merger of the bank. We have strong corporate position, so we are in the top 3 or top 5 commercial banks in Croatia, Romania, Moldova, Albania, and Ukraine. And we are also there in Russia, which you might understand that it's a completely different market from banking perspective. So we are a niche bank there, but we have also a good potential in growth in Russia as well. Without further ado, of course, this presentation will be forwarded to all participants. So I would not like to get into different figures of OTP. You can of course read them when you have a little bit more time. What I would suggest is to jump to the part of my colleagues. But before that, allow me to introduce our directorate to you. The 3 of us, we are representing the so-called Specialized Financing Directorate with 5 departments overall. Today, the Special Project Loans Department is presented, the Large Corporates Department, and also the International Client Relations Department, which is headed by me. So allow me to give the word to my colleague Zoltán.
Thank you very much, Viktor. Can I get a feedback whether you hear me correctly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So as Babette in the beginning very kindly introduced us, my name is Zoltán Kátai, and I'm the head of the Special Project Loans Department. And as the name suggests, we are the department at OTP that is primarily responsible for project finance activities at OTP Bank. And not only OTP Bank, but also in the countries where OTP Bank is present. For those of you who are not that much familiar with this type of financing, let me just very briefly summarize to you what the main attributes of project financing is. So this is a financing method or financing type where the financing is provided by the bank not based on the past performance of the future borrower, but on the basis of the envisaged and projected future cash flow of a borrower. So it means that through the use of project finance, we are able to finance companies that are not operating yet, that do not have a history of performance from previous years. So in this case, we are able to finance greenfield projects and other investments where there is no real track record for the borrower, just plans and contracts and a very thorough examination of the business model that the future borrower will do. So that's the core of project finance, and that's what we do. And as you see, the key sectors that we are involved in are those types of projects which are not strictly speaking real estate based financings, because we have a special department that is dealing with real estate based project finance transactions. So the key sectors where we are involved in are most importantly the energy sector, and that's the main reason why we are here, or I am here today. And within the energy sector, we are involved in both renewable energy and traditional power generation financing. But I have to admit that currently the main emphasis is on the renewable sector. That is where most of the action is happening, not only in Hungary but also in the region. Beside the energy sector, we are active in the telecommunication infrastructure financing. Under infrastructure, you have to take into account sectors like railroads, highways, ports, airports. So these type of infrastructure projects that we are talking about, and also we have quite a good exposure in the agriculture sector and some exposure also in the healthcare sector. And another notable area where we are active in the financing is the company acquisition financing, which is also qualified as a specialized lending branch, and that is also a type of financing that our department is active in. So in the beginning, I mentioned that we are not only active in Hungary, but also in the neighboring countries. It works in the following way that, of course, we have similar project finance teams in our subsidiary banks as well. However, each of these banks have their own decision-making competence threshold, and above a certain loan amount, when they exceed this decision-making threshold, then they need to seek the approval of the headquarter as well. And we get involved in the preparation and serving of these projects where the HQ approval is necessary. So in reality, most of these projects are handled together with our colleagues in the subsidiary banks. The organizational structure of our department is the following. We have currently two groups which are segmented on the basis of the specific countries which they are responsible for, and to a lesser extent we have a sector-based segmentation as well. And as I touched upon in the beginning, most of the action currently is in renewable energy financing. We also have under preparation a separate team which will be fully responsible for the ESG related tasks concerning the project finance sector, and their primary focus will be financing renewable energy projects. So if you or anyone you know are interested in project finance, or you have greenfield, brownfield projects in energy or any of these sectors that we mentioned, we are happy to work with you, and please contact us. We will be happy to work together with you. And I would like to give the floor back to Viktor, I believe, or correct me if I'm wrong, if Roland is the next.
It's okay, Zoli. So just again, a technical note, all contact data of our departments will be shared in the end of the presentation. So you would see whom to get in contact with. So it will not a problem, but yes, the next part will be the part of Rolly.
Okay, thank you, Viktor, and thank you, Babette, for the introduction. Yes, but as Babette mentioned, we were appointed to support and solve the KELER CCP settlement transformation project in 2020. But before I jump into this path and into our plans, let me allow to introduce the large corporate department in a nutshell, because this is a dedicated business unit for servicing the international and large corporate clients. And as Viktor mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, the OTP presence in the C region is getting higher and higher, and therefore our department is acting the central role in the domestic and the cross-border client relationship as well. In our department, we have three separate units: two for relationship management and one for the cash management related issues. Within the cash management department, we have a dedicated onboarding team, which is support the new client relationship establishing, and as our, how to say, relationship management task in the everyday, we developing different types of services for new clients and existing clients. And as I mentioned, the cross-border relationship in our life is getting more and more significant. And now, can we go further? Okay, thank you. The settlement. As I mentioned that last year we took over this settlement, cash flow settlement from KELER CCP. For those clients who selected OTP Bank, probably knows that single entry point, which is KELER settlement CCP, .otp email address, which cover at least 10% from our department. And this takeover status is done. I think that the large majority of the KELER CCP client was taken over by OTP Bank. At that time, our focus was to take over and start the relationship with this client, and I think this task was done. The next and nowadays task is the improvement, because during the takeover phase we focused only on the takeover and launch this new service. but nowadays we are facing that more and more technical issues and more how to say, daily operation issue emerging, which was not perfectly handled at that time of the takeover procedure. This is the main task from our side: how to improve and how to launch new products for your support. And this is why we share with the existing clients a survey which was a very easy survey, which helps us to define which way we have to go. And thank you for those clients who filled this survey. I think in the upcoming weeks we will contact you directly in order to specify such answer we received. And in addition to this, we will always open this survey for those clients who were not respond. And why we do this improvement procedure? Because we would like to grow. I mean, but not only me, not only the OTP bank, but only the KELER CCP, the CJETs, and the clients as well. Somehow we would like to raise the turnover on such market where you are trading. And we actually, based on our analysis, we find 3 ways how can we improve and raise this turnover. The first is to involve new clients into the settlement program. I have to say that at least 10 or 20 clients is started this KYC procedure, and I believe that in the upcoming weeks we will gain new clients for us and for the KELER CCP as well. The other pillar is to improve the existing services. This is why we shared or distributed the survey, and this is why we are talking with our internal departments on the improvement, which is a IT improvement, which is a process improvement, and we will ask your support in this study. And finally, but at least important, that the first 2 is to open the OTP countries for the clients. I mean, for those clients who would like to step into other countries where the OTP banks has subsidiary bank, we are happy to support this this market launch for the clients together with our local subsidiary.
Thank you, Roland. It was an excellent finish line for my slides. So in order to be able to link the inquiries of our clients in different OTP countries, according to a quite new regulation, the net of international desks were created in different OTP group members. So now we have 1 or 2 dedicated colleagues in each and every subsidiary with the task of coordinating all those inquiries and coordinating the management of all those groups which are active in not only 1 but several OTP group countries. And our department is vested with the task of course, we are very active in the acquisition of new companies and group of companies. We are active in the pre-screening. We are there when there is a need to determine who is the department in HQ or in a subsidiary which would be able to serve the client regarding its need, the financing need. However, the most important task of our department is to be or serve as a one-stop shop link to the clients and also to those departments who are involved in the servicing of our clients in Hungary and in other OTP group countries. So if there is a inquiry, if there is a question, if there is a thought, if there is an idea of doing business with us, not only in Hungary but in other OTP group countries, we would be your counterparty, and we would be very happy to be at your disposal in order to determine who would be the best part of OTP to serve you. So last but not least, as I promised you, these are our contact data. So in case you would like to contact us, we would be obliged to serve you in OTP countries. So Babette, thank you very much. I think that was from OTP group side. We are of course here to answer any questions. Otherwise, you are free to contact us anytime. Thank you.